Been a long time since I've been over here. Might as well get the last memory. I love this route, but sorry people, I'm just not gonna be cheating the logbook like that. You wanna keep me running, that's the strategy, to keep me running all the time without coming home. I don't do that, people. You got 5 days for 14-hour on duty. After that, you take a 34-hour reset. But sometimes these guys, you know, they pick a load, right? So they make you come. It's a whole strategy to keep you outside. So you come here, and you got like 12 hours left on duty, on off duty, or on duty. On duty, you got 12 hours of on duty, right? So when you get to the place, you have these 12-hour on duty left, right? But they give you the delivery until for the next day, on purposely, so you can have a 24-hour extra. And then that adds up to the extra 12 hours you have left, and that gives you automatically a 34-hour off-duty reset. Then you can drive again you can work again a 70-hour. So, you know, nah, man, you know, it's okay, but nah, that's cheating, you know, just to keep you outside. And then they'll do the same thing when you go back, right? And basically, you're always going to have time to run all the time. Run. You never run out of hours the way they do it, you know, never come home. You know, so hey, I'm a church guy, man. If I can, I'll go to church, you know. But you ain't gonna keep me out here doing this like that, man. You know, sorry, but not. No thanks. That's why I, you know, hey, this is my last delivery, people. This is my last delivery. So, you know, God bless me with another job. You know, like I said, you always do what's best for you. You know, I like this route. I love this route. I like coming to Washington. But I just don't like the fact that it's a whole strategy to just keep you on the road all the time, you know. They know what they do, man. And they talk to you like you're the one who's wrong. Nah, man, look, I know what you're doing, bro. I know your strategy. Your strategy is to play it smart on your way to keep me slaving without coming home. You know, you did it before. Well, before it was a little worse because you would pick the team loads and give them to a single driver. And that was me, right? I was doing the team loads, but you never gave me an extra cents on the mile or nothing. Just paid me extra miles I was driving. But if I was doing a team load, if you really cared about me, you could have gave me a little extra 5 more cents on the mile. But no, you didn't, you know? So, come on, man. Hey, I ain't no stupid guy, man. You know? So, anyways, that's things that happen, man. You know, the life of a truck driver, you can find good work, good bosses, right? Or you can find the bad ones, you know? I don't want to talk bad about nothing, but you know, that's what they did to me, you know? And that's the reason why I quit the first time. Because, you know, I like doing trucking. I love it. I love doing trucking. But if your boss is always pushing you, you're going to come to a point where you're going to hate this job, man. And you're going to say it's a caca job. You know, because that's what happened to me. I was doing it and they were pushing me too much all the time. I got tired of the job, man. And I got tired of it, man. I got fed up of it. And it became a caca job to me. You know, and that's why I quit. You know, but see, then when you get a local job, then you got a bunch of scumbags too out there, man. You know, I call them scumbags because that's the reality. You know, none of the people who hire you to be a truck driver, they care about you. There's only a few people that really do care about you. And trust me, they're really hard to find. You know? So, then you got a whole bunch of haters, man. Truck drivers that have been driving for a long time, and like I said, they think they know it all, and all they do is wait for you to turn around, wait for you, man, to do a mistake to sign the finger at you with the hate, man. You know, I don't get down like that, bro. But anyways, see, then when you come to Washington, you gotta go through all these stupid scales, man. It's a whole scheme to rip you off, you know. They all the time you come here is a strategy to, like, you know, see if you're doing something wrong, man, just to find an excuse to take money from you. That's what these DOT scales are for, you know. We are the ones moving the country and they still do these type of stupidity. We know the weight limit is supposed to be 34,000 on the axle and on the drive, you know. Don't pass 34,000, you know. Truck drivers should know that, you know. So, hey, you know, it's just my opinion, you know. Everybody's just up to get you, you know. They don't care about drivers, that's it. All these drivers right here, they're pulling your loads, man. Walmart, any restaurant, anything that people consume, these trucks are pulling your stuff, man. You know, we are all pulling your stuff, you know. So, hey, end the vlog.